The AGOA forum will kick off in Johannesburg next week amid lingering geopolitical tensions between South Africa and the United States, following the spat over South Africa's non-aligned stance in the Russia-Ukraine war. The Middle East conflict, in which South Africa is backing Palestine while the US supports Israel, has added to the tensions between the two countries ahead of the AGOA forum. Business reporter Ntokozo Khumalo spoke to Trade, Industry and Competition Minister Ebrahim Patel and has the details.
Well, African countries plan to put the African Continental Free Trade Area agreements at the forefront of this year's AGOA forum that allows the continent to not only benefit from the initiative but also chart its own path. And for some details, I am now joined by Minister Ebrahim Patel with the DTIC. Thank you so much for talking to us. Now, you've highlighted that South Africa will champion being able to benefit from AGOA for another 10 years after 2025. Talk us through why that push.
Well, let me start by saying that Africa is redefining its own role in the world. As a first step, we are now embarking on this massive project to unify economies on the continent through the African Continental Free Trade Area. What this does, it will reduce tariffs among African countries to facilitate a greater level of trade in order to provide a base for industrialization. Complementing that is to secure access and to retain access to the world's biggest market. The United States economy is large and it provides enormous opportunity for us. South Africa has been a large user of AGOA in the last 20 odd years. We export a number of products, something like 20% of our total exports to the United States is under the terms of either AGOA or programs linked to AGOA. 80% is under the rules of the World Trade Organization. So we want to retain that. We want to retain that in order to use it as a platform for industrializing the continent. Africa represents 17% of the world's population, but only 3% of global GDP. So there's an urgent need to boost industrialization on the continent, and that's what this is about. So next week, when our American friends come, we'll be rolling out the carpet to showcase South Africa and the continent's industrial capability to engage on a range of topics from food security to the production of health products to digital trade to seeing how financing and insurance systems can complement trading arrangements between us. It's about recognizing the importance of the economic relationship with the United States and also boosting that relationship further.
And now this forum comes at a time of uncertain geopolitical climate and a lot of relationship fixing that needs to be done. What discussions are going to be taking place there just around the uncertainty and the de-risking that is taking place in the global market, but also South Africa's relationship with the United States and other Western nations?
Over the last number of months, we've already done a lot of work from both the American side and the South African side to strengthen relations, to clarify our positions on various issues, to affirm the many things that hold us together and that provide a common platform for us to deal with issues. The United States, for example, has been very active in dealing with issues of HIV/AIDS, and we've been an important partner in that. It's in the interest of the US and South Africa that we have stability on the African continent and into wars and coups and insurgency campaigns. And those are things that there's been a lot of work that has been done. Also, American companies benefit from the opportunities to source raw materials in South Africa, components that go into their manufacturing, and to remit dividends back to the United States. South African companies benefit from being able to export products to the United States, creating jobs here. And so in the biggest scheme of things, we've been focusing on the things that constitute a common program between the United States and South Africa, and talking through the issues, whereas in any relationship there will be matters that there are different takes on things, but we talk through those and we rationally work through what our issues are.